We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback. Is at Sales over the end line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Stop here, D.
Hey, sit down.
The first carry down for Benny Snell. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check three, check three, check three. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Get it.
A run for Snell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Fry. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Tight dog. Rush in. Begin.
Rock it.
Shit.
First carry now for Justice Hill. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Raven first down.
Ready, set.
48 to Mike.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd down, McSorley. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Fry, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Back to throw. Fry going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Fry. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, Pop.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yes.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down and 4, McSorley. Wide open receiver, complete. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
16 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Here we go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it with Hill. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 or.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. McSorley. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Akeem Hicks racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect. They know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Snell. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. You.
Now.
On 1st down, it's Hill. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Move.
You get block me. You get block me. You get block me.
Get it.
On 2nd down, it's McSorley going up top. going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A quick pass out to Juju. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Ready to go. Deep grip. Deep grip.
Throwing on first down. Fry going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 84 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
McSorley sets to pass. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down.
Let's make these babies cry. Ready?
On third down, it's McSorley. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock. Here, we just going to do ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First and 10 at the
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Delta.
I'm coming after you.
Now.
On first and 10, Fry, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10. And Thomas has it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Let's get off.
Hey, high 7.
Mine's 59. Mine's 59.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready, set.
55. Check 55. Mike. Come off the ball.
Hey, Echo. Clear. Deep grip. Deep grip.
On first down, Fry. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Danny.
Throwing again. Fry looking for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Johnson the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 2nd and 11 now. McSorley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's McSorley to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Hill. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. On 2nd and 12, McSorley, his throw incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. McSorley from the shotgun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the run, it's Pumphrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Get him, get him.
Who draw Porkins?
Hatchet. Safe. Let's go.
Now McSorley. Buying time to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 45 on 2nd down, McSorley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is McSorley. Steps away. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go now. And Tucson.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got you.
On 2nd down now, it's Hill, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 10-yard line.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line. Cut. Shoot.
On 2nd and 9, McSorley. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Trace McSorley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdoun run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fry. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw. Fry. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
59. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up,
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st down, Snell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Got it. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Tackle. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Snell on third down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Set 18 Gator. Hey, team 6. Let's go.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now here's Hill. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that'll back him up 5. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Steelers 21, Ravens 18. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Starting the drive was Snell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They're going to run again with Snell. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Coming to you. Mike, check, 59.
Bravo.
Let's put him on the bus.
Head up.
From the gun, Fry. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Hey, Alpha.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 5-4. Check.
5.
On 4th down, here's McSorley. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
8, read.
Hey, eat. Hey, let's get in that hole.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Steelers, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.